Maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Be ready, be ready. Right there.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey.
Here we go.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Check 3, check 3. Shift. Gun.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Austin. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
You got it. You got it.
The Panthers' 43-yard line.
Hey, kill. 47. Let's go, team. Big series right now. Going to 53. Shit. 26.
Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 47. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Take four.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the 31, Prescott caught by Cobb. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
First down, Dallas.
Here we go. Check 55, Mike. Get the ball. Switch.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 38-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it second down and 12.
He's not going to get me. Check. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete.
I'm going to get you all day.
Third down.
Here we go. Broadcast, defense, Broadcast. 47. 55. Hey, eat. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
First down, Cowboys.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 46.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
53, Mike. Here we go, dude. Here I come.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready, McKinney. Mike 54. Greg.
They'll run it with Scarlett. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
20. Mike's by 4. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Right there. 54. Right there. 50. Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
We own them. We own them.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
Now Elliott. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
He's checking credit. Slam.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Completes it to Austin. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Marr able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, second down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. 8.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he finds Austin complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try again with Elliott. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
So from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 1-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Great.
From the end zone, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 11 yards there, 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield to try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Newton delivers this one to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Austin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 47-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, I don't want to sound old or anything here, partner, but I remember the days in this situation where you just put the ball in the hands of a running back. Now, it could be anyone carrying the football to try and pick up a 1st down or a touchdown.
You.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Again, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He's got the connection to Cooper. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. K'Wan Short coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's it. Let's get it. Mike 5-4. Express. 20. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
On 2nd and a couple. Newton is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Express. Mike 54.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go. Bring it in.
First and 10 is the 21-yard line.
Gun.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 14-yard line.
Ready? Hey! Ready? Get that quarterback, D-line.
On 2nd and 2, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. You don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Harold Landry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Ready? Ready, first down. Let's go. Let's go. You tighten up. Right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Newton, able to shake him off. Letting one go deep for the end. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina.
They can't stop you, son.
Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Check tight. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Let's go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Check 53.
Panthers 28-yard
65. 65.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run forward with Pollard. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Brings up 2nd and
We got a plane to cash.
at the 24-yard line.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.